beautiful sunny day. We'll see if it holds. There is some possibility of rain later, but I think we're gonna head over to Vermont, maybe like a little bit further than we usually go. Just kind of seeing where the day takes us. Our firstborn son is back home for a little week-long visit from where he's been living in Seattle, so we're having just a nice family fun weekend, and we're gonna bring you guys along, so it should be good. All right, guys, so we have arrived in Waterbury, Vermont. It is gorgeous. The drive here was awesome. You know, when we moved here from the Pacific Northwest a few years ago, we were kind of worried because we have Tillamook cheese there, which is awesome, and didn't realize that we'd be able to buy it here. But then we found a new love, and that is Cabot. Cabot cheese is equally awesome, and it's great for me. It's actually better because it is naturally aged cheddar, so it is lactose free. And we are at the Cabot Creamy, so we're going to check it out. Tried the maple and liked it?
Yeah, and they have some ale ones. IPA wash in the ale house.
That does sound good, but I don't know how we would keep it. Like, these are refrigerated. So if you guys come with a cooler, I guess, is my takeaway. He said it well. He said this is like freaking Buc-ee's for Vermont. It's like a tourist spot, like everything in it. There's a flannel store, a maple whiskey distillery, a chocolate thing, a cheese place, and a cannabis distillery. They're made in Vermont. We got chocolates. We got, I mean, you could survive on everything in here. Funny. Well, we came, we saw, we conquered, and I think we're gonna move on now. There's like a antique store down the street, and we're gonna try to head to Stowe. The weather does feel like it's turning. We'll see what happens. A lot of antique malls, so stopped at a couple. Here goes another one. Super fun to look, and you find different stuff in different areas in different states, and the last one we were in definitely had a lot of hunting stuff. This one says art. We'll see what they have. Art, like some very high-end, very cool pieces. Really neat stuff. That's a super cool piece. Ooh, a little rich for my blood right now, but beautiful stuff. Man, that is so cool. Plains Indian beaded jacket. $1,495, but look at that. What does he say?
Do it.
He thinks this looks like Palpatine. Ah, Roseville pottery. I do know a thing or two. Fun fact, my very first job ever was at an antique mall, and I grew up with antiques. Both of my parents, big antique collectors and enthusiasts, and it's something I've been around and my kids love, and thankfully my husband loves too. Stowe. And we found a general store, so we're gonna say, whoa. There's an ongoing theme. Any guesses what it is?
They promote Stowe on every shirt.
Why would that be?
We're in Stowe, but it's strange it's on everything.
This is totally, if Vermont was a store, this would be it. The Shaw's General Store. There's a beautiful angel. Now, Vermont's interesting because it was disputed for a couple hundred years between New Hampshire and New York. My understanding is that this portion, well, we're kind of in the middle. I think New York had this, but what the areas we came through were at one time in the hands of New Hampshire. We're about 30 minutes from Burlington, so yeah, we're kind of like up middle north. This was not close from home. This was kind of a bigger road trip, but it was, well, it started off as a nice day. it looks like it's really late, and it's not. It's only like 5 o'clock. The skies are definitely turning, but we've heard nothing but good things about this town, and I know that it is a very popular destination in the leaf peeping season, so come next month it's going to be crazy. But I've also heard that it's not the best time to come because traffic backs up all the way down the highway, and we weren't interested in that, so we decided instead to come now, off season, and I think that was the right decision. That's cool. See, and in the winter you can see how this would be. Looks like an artist created this, and it says proceeds go to this church. 50% of net profits will be donated to the Stowe Community Church. It's lovely. Really, really lovely. It looks like they're working on the steeple. But yeah, I mean, you guys see, like, look at this. We're very close to where the Trapp Family Lodge is. That's like, you know, the hills are alive. Like, the family, literally. And they do a lot in the community. They have a brewery, a lodge, a restaurant down the road. And it looks like they're doing a blessing of the animals, which, how cool is that? And hallelujah, things are still open. I mean, it's Saturday. It's still technically summer, even though fall's, you know, underway. But it's open, and it's 5, so it's nice. But I see why people would come here when the leaves change, because this town is kind of down in this valley surrounded by mountains, and I imagine when all this changes, it's going to be beautiful, and it definitely has the New England village look down perfectly, so that's kind of what we've got going on. Yeah, we just, with our son from Seattle being home for a visit this week, we just wanted to do something different and take a fun drive, and we kind of all debated back and forth and settled on a drive to Stowe, and I'm glad we did. Not gonna get to spend like too much time here. Definitely would have to revisit it some other time. This would be a good place to stay over. It was over 2.5 hours to get here, but it was a really pretty drive. So. Very cool. Northwood Gallery is the name of that art store. Awesome stuff. The weather has turned and it is raining. Not great. And it's breezy. Oh well. See what happens. Stopped off at this farm stand. It's called Woodstock Farmers Market, and we were drawn in by these gorgeous, look at this. This looks like the decorations I put in my house. Like, look at that color. Gorgeous, gorgeous pumpkins, and I'm gonna see if they have any fun local organic produce and stuff like that. I like places like this. Maybe I can bring something home. Well, made the journey back over the border to New Hampshire and stopped in Hanover, right across the street from Dartmouth College, to have some delicious dinner, and now we are in a record store, and of course, guess who is looking at records per usual. You guys know from the Gloucester video that this child doesn't need any new records, but he'll find them. Of course, is an Ivy League school here in New Hampshire, our only Ivy League school. We've got Harvard kind of close by over in Mass, but this is what we got, and it's a great school, great campus, nice, navigable little town, not too crazy. Kind of reminds me of like a teeny tiny little version of Princeton almost, kind of that vibe. But yep, beautiful town, super cool record store, and they've got a lot of other cool ephemera, vintage, antiques, different things here and there. And because it is a college town, they're open till 9 o'clock at night, which is super awesome. My kind of place. Hanover, here's a who. The other one over here looking for Star Wars. We found some Star Wars DVDs with bonus footage he's going to pick up. You finding anything? Maybe?
The,
The bonus discs?
yeah.
What's
have
on
the
it?
unaltered original cut.
Nice.
DVD.
Nice. It's Padme. It's Padme. Happy to have both of my children here with me today. Oh, that one ran away. Right, well, I'm a little bit of a drowned rat. Anyways, that was the fun random day. I'm not sure how long this video is going to turn out or how historical it really ended up being, but we had fun. We got to see a little bit of Stowe and came to Dartmouth, which I realize it's dark, so I never even got to show you guys the campus, but we will come back and do that because we come here quite a bit on our way on road trips to Vermont. Anyways, I'm a history chick like Patrick Henry. Of course, I know no way of judging the future but by the past. We will see you soon. Bonus footage. That's a bad kitty. Bad kitty. It's a cute little pet. I'm glad he's no longer with us.